Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having a great day today. Today we're taking a look at the 13-page short story. It's called Angel of Awards by James Lovegrove. It's the next short story in the second to last, and Fancy Tense Award for that's penultimate. So it's the penultimate short story in this collection. The last one is the editor. It's about 6 pages long. It's set in the Oswald Bastable, and since I just read the Oswald Bastable trilogy for the first time a few months ago, earlier this year, for this channel, I thought it would be fun. As a reminder, this book I picked up in 1996. That's when it's published. All the short stories in here were written specifically for this book. This one is set in 1995, and they were written specifically for it by other authors other than Michael Moorcock, except for one to start off with, about 10 pages long, called Sir Malcolm Blood. And so that's kind of cool. You can kind of see what other people are thinking about the Eternal Champions, and so forth. I'll link you to it in the comments below. That's kind of cool. So again, the Eternal Champion is a giant multiversal group of stories. Each one's independent of each other ones on each of these different multiversal planes. There are a variety of conflicts between law versus chaos, and our central figure is the Eternal Champion, who's kind of like an avatar that appears in different forms and different loves and different swords and weapons, and then different companions and so forth throughout the multiverse. Also, the concept, so that's where the concept multiverse comes from, and a multiversal conflict. It's also where the word multiverse comes from, too, by the way. And so forth. And there are sci-fi and fantasy versions of this out there for you folks. And this one is set in 1995 and so forth. And this is in the science fiction genre trilogy of Oswald Bastable, which are alternate universes with alternate things that have happened. And he comes from one that has an alternate universe, and then he moves to another one, to another one, to another one in his 3 novels in the Oswald Bastable trilogy, and so forth. And now he's arrived here. He tells the stories of it. Now, this one, he has a key character, the point of view character, who is a speechwriter in Liverpool for 2 people that are for Lennon, and who his major rival is McCarthy. So that's obviously John Lennon and Paul McCartney, and so forth. And so you can definitely tell that's where it's coming from, and so forth, because he's talking about writing an imagined speech for John Lennon, who's a politician, who's a pro-leftist politician, and his major rival is Paul McCartney. So you get a little bit of Beatles reference there in Liverpool. Anyway, so what's cool is happening there and such is that you're getting his story, but unfortunately you're not getting like a huge, like oftentimes what would happen in an Oswald Bastable novel is the first 5 or 10 or 15 pages long, which is about roughly how long this is. It sets up who our point of view character is for that one, and what Oswald Bastable, how it reaches that person, and so forth. And then after that point, we then get his story for his updated tale. And in this case, we don't hear anything that we didn't already know. It's just 2 pages long, and so forth. And now he's here to fight in the upcoming battles, because that's who he is. He's an Eternal Champion, right? And so forth. So he doesn't get cast aside. Also, in the 3rd book, he joins the League of Temporal stuff that goes about in different aspects in time and so forth. And he has some allies in the 3rd book too, and such. And so now he'll be talking about that too. Anyway, so there you are. So I'll bring you to it. That is Angel of War by James Lovegrove. He has a couple of novels that have been published here and there for you folks, but not that much here and there. So this is definitely my first thing I've ever read by Lovegrove, and so forth. So there, I'll go ahead and leave you to it. Have you read the short story? If so, what'd you think about it? I'm probably going to be giving this probably like a 6.5 out of 10. It's fine. It's good. I like that it has a character that I just read for the first time earlier this year, but I don't think it does anything new with it, and it doesn't have like this great short story that like for like a final 10 or 15 pages long. I think it ended it really too early at 13 pages long, so I think without any new background information and such. So I think that's a missed opportunity for something. He does write it like an Oswald Bastable setup, but then he slips over it and so forth. And you'll know it's an Oswald Bastable because there's a character in the first couple of pages, so you'll know that this is not one of his supporting characters, a Polish guy. So anyway, so there you are. I'll go ahead and leave you to it. So I'm probably giving this like a 6.5 out of 10 for you folks. If you like or disagree like it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, why not hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell icon if you're really risky to be told of my 3 videos that get posted a week. And then also, you can also share it with your friends too. And then finally, I just want to pause a moment and thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing in watching my video, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spend this time with me is incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.